going on, guys? How's it going? And in today's video we're going to be covering the new update for Hypixel Skyblock version 0.7.4. But if you guys find yourselves enjoying the video at any point, consider subscribing down below and leave me a like. So let's hop right into the video. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the patch notes. I will tell you guys briefly that this is a very short patch compared to the last few. This one is very small, so hopefully the next one will be bigger, or it possibly could be the dungeons update. I have no idea what's coming. I've not read this whatsoever. This is my 100% first impressions of it, and let's go ahead and get started. Starting from the top, they say we just released a new patch for Skyblock. This one includes a revamp of the foraging islands and a few general changes. Okay, so where all the different types of wood are. Okay, foraging islands were too small. Players were struggling to gather wood, and the islands were overall not living up to our gameplay standards. However cute they were, and this is something that I can 100% agree with, just because it is way too hard to get like dark oak. Because when people are grinding, just trying to get their like gathering levels up, and they take the jungle axe and go to a dark oak area because that's just the quickest place to get wood, it is so hard to find trees when there's 5 people there with all jungle axes running around. As soon as a tree spawns, it immediately gets chopped down. Like mentioned in a previous patch, one of our goals is to make all current skills interesting. This is the first step towards making foraging fun. The second step will include a second tier of foraging island, one of our projects in 2020. Okay, so they're going to be continually working on the foraging islands to add a few more little things, and I'm really excited to see what they add. And they gave us a cool little picture of the foraging islands right here. I don't know if this is what they look like currently, or this may be their future plans. I don't know. I've not seen them in-game whatsoever. Continue by saying, as per usual, we won't spoil what the island contains, but you can expect interesting content for everyone. There are 8 new NPCs on the foraging island. We thought since we're making the island, we'd give everyone a good reason to explore it. As such, there's a rather large variety of fun new quests around. Alright, so that pretty much covers everything about the foraging islands, and overall impressions, I think it's a good move. I feel like it is way too crowded as it is currently, and I think just expanding it, making it bigger, any way they can figure out to just make it easier to get wood from there, just would take a lot of the grind out of getting foraging levels. Next up is new furnitures. We added 26 new furnitures in this update. Those are all unlocked through carpentry level 11 through 25, and as you guys can see right here, this looks like a brewing stand, like potion storage, which it looks really cool. I'm always down for a little bit more decor, because Minecraft in general just is kind of lacking in that, and I love all the new furnitures that they're adding, and I really like them overall. Next up is general changes, fairy soul tracker and completed quests. You can now see how many fairy souls you have unlocked on each island from your quest menu. This is going to be so helpful, because from before it was a guessing game to see how many fairy souls you actually had, and this is something that's been needed for a long time. New Boomer NPC. You can now find Walter in the Gunpowder Mines. He sells new items that will become very useful in the future. Okay, so this is really cool, because they're slowly adding more and more content for future updates, probably or most likely going to be the Dungeons update. And overall, I am so excited that they are just slowly adding more and more pieces, and eventually a Dungeons update is finally going to be dropped, and I'm expecting it to be big. I think everybody's expecting the Dungeons to be just a massive update, and it's going to have tons of content for all YouTubers. It's going to be an absolute blast to play, and it's going to bring a lot of people back that are just kind of maxed out right now and don't have much to do. New villager shop. Tailoring isn't a feature just yet, but the shop now exists. It currently only sells classy suits, not very useful. So just a little bit of cosmetics that they are slowly adding in that don't really have much of a purpose. Reaper Scythe changes. Abilities and enchantments won't target / damaged allied mobs when they shouldn't. Desecrated will now target enemy damaged by their owner's projectiles. Desecrated's damage output is multiplied by 20%. Okay, so they're going to be doing a lot more damage now, and it just kind of fixed some of the bugs where if you shot them with a bow, enemies with a bow, all of the minions that you kind of spawn that wouldn't go attack them before, they will now. And then they list just a few other changes here. Tarantula Minion 1 is now given at Spider Slayer 5. Revenant Heart is now available at Zombie Slayer 6 instead of 7. Scorpion Bow is not affected by damage multipliers anymore, and this is needed because the Scorpion Bow is just absolutely overpowered right now. The End Race and similar races now have particle effects showing the path. fixed a bug related to touchscreen mode, fixed an issue related to training dummies, fixed stealing barriers and end portals, frames for ruin pedestals, fixed red claw, spider, hunter, zombie, and healing talismans, reforges stacking with their upgraded versions. Okay, this stacking with their upgraded versions, so like you have the feather talisman, and then you have the feather ring, and then you have the feather artifact, I believe. I'm wondering if they changed these to where before you could have all three versions of it and all three counted as independent ones. I don't know if that's still going to work. I'm really curious to see. Because if they actually did get rid of that function, you're going to be losing a lot of talismans just because the feather collection has like 3 different levels of the same talisman. And there's other talismans in the game that have 3 different levels to them as well. And it adds up to like, what, 6 talismans that you're going to be losing if this is, in fact, getting rid of those. Fixed NPCs who were being impolite and didn't look at the player. Fixed the mana regen buff from mana flux and overflux orbs. And here is the big one. Reduce the shop click cooldown by a lot. Thank you. I have been buying so many potatoes to make hot potato books to sell them. This is going to help so much because before it takes you around 6 minutes to buy all the potatoes and craft them, it's 6 minutes. It's a 6-minute process to make a hot potato book. Hopefully this will make it like cut in half maybe. If that helps at all, it's going to make me make more money pretty much. Your Jerry's played Battle Royale and only one is left, the best one. Oh, I know what this is. I know what this is referring to. I have an issue on my island where I have like every time I log in there's another Jerry and it doesn't get rid of the previous one. So I have like 7 Jerrys all over my island. I don't know why, so I'm assuming this is what they're referring to. And that covers the entire patch except for a note on future content right here that we're going to read really quick. Yesterday was our first testing session of dungeons. There is a lot of work to do, but we had fun. We believe that dungeons are going the right direction. We might show you some of the features before release, but we won't spoil much. Dungeons still has no ETA. Big projects like this take longer every time we have a new idea. In theory, the longer it takes, the better you should expect dungeons to be. There's a lot of hype for dungeons and we really want to ensure we make it the best we can. Dungeons will be coming up with Skyblock 0.8. There will be at least one more update before that, which will be 0.7.5. What it will contain is not something we can talk about just yet. The item balancing thread will be created today. Don't forget to check the forums again later today. And I pretty much went over that, and there's not that many big changes, so I'm not going to be covering it. I just felt like this was the main chunk of the new features was just the new patch. But that's all I got for you guys for today's episode. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below of just the patch, anything they could have done differently, what you like in the patch. Just give me any little bit of feedback that you guys think. And if you guys did enjoy the video, please like, comment, and subscribe down below. Hit the bell icon so notified whenever I upload, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.